good morning and welcome back to Cityline. I'm gobsmacked by one of our guests and a telephone that he got from jazz legend Arturo Sandoval, and we'll get into that in a second. Please join me in welcoming back Tacoma Concert Band. It is always joyful and passionate and fun and hopeful and intellectual to have them on the couch. So please join me in welcoming Gerard Morris, conductor, artistic director, and here's the big question. Are you Gene Kelly or are you Fred Astaire?
Oh, I like them both, but I have to go with Fred Astaire.
It works so much.
Yes.
Welcome back to the comfy couch.
Thank you, Amanda. It's great to be here.
I love that. And that means this man next to you is Mr. Morris Northcutt. You are principal trumpet and president of Tacoma Concert Band, board of directors, and that means that you are Gene Kelly.
That's an easy one, yes,
Isn't
Gene
it,
Kelly.
You look fabulous.
Thanks.
And I hope we can get a shot of your new CD because it's beautifully done and it's got a really amazing story. And I'm going to say that we need to plug this for Art House because, boy, wouldn't it be great to have that much time to talk about the Molendo Cafe and what it means. Gerard, you were in Vegas. Can you tell us what happened? Let's
Well,
hope so.
you know what they say about Vegas.
But this was, we're going to call Kevin. This was the premiere of Kevin Oldham's Piano Concerto, and how was it received by the audience?
It was an amazing a concert. The ensemble played brilliantly. Kim Davenport, our soloist, who's a local virtuoso, did an amazing job. It was. We were, retelling Kevin's life through his music, and it was incredibly well received. And so, there's a picture of Kim there performing. That's on the stage at the concert hall. And Morris and I gave a lecture, a session the day before on the value of community ensembles across the country within our communities. And that lecture was really well received and still getting a lot of accolades from audience members who were there. It was incredible.
I think playing it through their heads, going, "Wow!"
Yeah, well, the ensembles, felt life-changing, and that's the one thing that kept coming up, is people said they felt really connected and changed.
Speaking of connections, one of the first time I ever heard about Tacoma Concert Band was from a very elegant man named Robert Musser, and I felt like my childhood crush of Lawrence Welk had returned because he's, here it is. Look at this man.
Yeah,
he is so beautiful inside and out. So tell us about your upcoming concert on Saturday, May 4th, titled A Founder's Concert, The Musser Years. I'm going to have you go first since you took the first question. So what is it?
I mean, we're celebrating the many years of his time with the Tacoma Concert Band, founding the organization in 1981. And so we're hitting a lot of those pieces that actually he handpicked a lot of these tunes with Gerard's blessing, of course, but this concert is going to be outstanding.
Yes.
It's many of the selections are very intentional. They were performed at special events that are meaningful to Musser himself.
Oh, look at this.
But it's been a long run. He was with us for 38 years, and he's going to join us on the stage for this particular concert.
Yeah. That is incredible. Gerard, when you look at that picture and you think about, you have been transitional. You came on when he was still the man with the stick. Yeah. And the transition seemed seamless, but can there be anything more fitting than to honor him in this way? Because we all stand on his shoulders.
Oh, it's wonderful. And as Morris said, Bob was wanting to underwrite a concert and be involved. And I'm like, well, let's just give him a concert.
That's right. Let's just,
and let's
the least
honor.
We can do here.
Well, and the TCB has a history of doing a Sousa Spectacular every other year or so, and that's to celebrate the history of John Philip Sousa's famous band. And I thought, well, TCB has its own illustrious history now, 44 years?
Yes.
44,
Yeah.
We'll be coming up on our 44th.
And I'm like, well, instead of doing a Sousa show, let's do a founders concert. So we'll probably do this every other year or so now and just celebrate our history, with Bob Musser, our founder.
So I want to pause because I want to redirect your conversation. This picture is incredible.
Yes.
Tell us, what is this?
Yeah, this is was photographed in 1986. It was the very first year we joined the resident arts organizations in the Pantages Theater. So it was our first year here where we offered tickets, and we had a beautiful crowd. So it's a very early picture.
And that was Dr. Musser right there in the middle.
It was.
Oh, that is so incredible. Morris, speaking of legendary, the Tacoma Concert Band trivia on Facebook, boy, you have hit the groove. It's become quite popular. Give us a little historical fact or story about the band that we wouldn't know.
Well, if you look on Facebook, you're going to find a lot of fun little facts about the ensemble. What's interesting is that we've had a high turnover in our band just as we've evolved over the years, and many of the musicians in the band are not aware of the history. So we're having a little fun with that. But of course, we were founded in 1981. In 1986, you heard that we were joined the stage at the Pantages Theater, and then in 1990 was our very first year offering our students solo competition, and that's been very, very successful.
Wow, 1990. I mean, my child was born in 92, so it doesn't seem that long ago. But when I hear the letters 1990, I feel ancient.
It was a euphonium soloist, Jason Gillum, who is now, I think he's an adjunct euphonium teacher, low brass teacher at PLU.
Wow, way to keep it local.
Yes.
Oh, I love that. So let's look back on, Gerard, reflecting back on the concert season, because we're kind of coming to an end here. You saved the big bang for last. What are some of the highlights, and especially that picture of all of you on the beach? That was not taken here locally.
That was on tour.
I was like, you got some splaining to do, because that's not Point Defiance.
Do you know which trip that was?
That was our very first trip to Europe. That was on the beach in France.
Oh, see, we have
There
the
it is.
best people, and our producers are so on it and sharp.
They are.
So, okay, so where was this? Which part of the world?
You know, it was in France, but I
Okay.
cannot remember which beach it was.
Now-
But it was 2007.
There's no guarantee that if you join the Tacoma Concert Band that you're going to get to hang out on the beaches of France. Because I can just hear alumni members going, wait a minute, we didn't get that.
If the maestro had anything to do with it, he would have us on the beach playing.
Oh,
so
yes,
that's
I
okay.
absolutely will.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So we have been showing the website below your handsome faces. And speaking of being involved, if people want to get involved, Morris, what kind of help do we need?
Oh gosh, there are plenty of openings. But in marketing, even just coordinating our concert programs, reaching out to donors, there's lots of areas. We would love to hear from them.
I love that. So let's talk about the other community members that we're also looking for, and that is people to be in the band, to audition. So Gerard, tell us, what is the audition process like? Because I'm sure in some people's mind it's got to be really, really scary, but knowing how kind and warm the two of you are, to me that doesn't jive. So give us the real deal. What is it like?
Well, I would just encourage anybody who has been a musician throughout their life to not determine whether or not they're good enough. You got to get to the website. You're going to click on the button.
Well, here we are.
Yeah, there's our bassoon section there, our principal clarinetist. But you go to the website, and there's a little tab for auditions, and you click on that, and all the information for auditioning is right there. And the process of auditioning is just to prepare a solo, etudes, excerpts, and it's a private audition with me.
Yay!
Yeah, and it's
Wait,
really
wait
fun.
a minute. He doesn't get to be a part.
Oh no.
I guess
I'm
peanut
not
butter and jelly
qualified.
are not qualified. Yeah,
No, this is just the peanut butter show. Okay.
it's going to get sticky. Oh, boom. So, okay, but Morris, you do have a big magic wand. Okay, so wait. So once they audition, how long until they find out? Like 3 years, 4 years?
Oh, no. So like it's a pretty instant thing. So,
Okay.
but the process is that we only bring people into the band when there's openings. And so if
Right.
someone retires from the ensemble or moves away, then we want to fill that seat.
I love
What we
that.
have is a really deep sub list, though, and so people can audition. The first step really typically is to get on the sub list.
There we go.
And then when someone's absent for a cycle, we call the subs in, and then those subs get in there like, I really want to be a full-time member. And then when
Yes.
someone moves away or retires, then we post an
love
opening
it.
and
So if
fill
you get
it.
a phone call for sub list, it's a compliment.
Oh, huge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So you have the ability to wave a magical musical wand and have people attend concerts for free. How old do they have to be?
18 and under. There's
What
no
a
excuse.
gift!
Yes, no excuse to not go.
God,
we would
get
love
your
to
friends
have-
together.
Yes, please.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. I love that. Okay, last few minutes here. Let's talk about a sneak peek of the season for next year, and also who do we need to thank there, Mr. Gerard?
Well, next season we're just lining it up, and it's
You'd have to
really,
kill us, right?
really quite exciting. So the piece that we premiered in Las Vegas is going to have its local premiere on November 2nd. Mark your calendars.
All right.
Kim Davenport will be back behind the keyboard, and this is Kevin's concerto. So this is really about, we're going to be partnering with a local AIDS foundation for this concert, and we're going to be auctioning off some artwork, and where the proceeds will go to a local organization. Now, of course, we have a holiday show.
That's always.
Tacoma tree lighting.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
so
It's
that's gonna be a
become
fun one.
signature for TCB.
Yes, exactly. Then we have our student soloist winner that'll be with us on March 1st. And we're playing a real big piece by Omar Thomas on that one called Come Sunday. So get ready to go to church.
Wow, I'll wear my hat.
It's going to be fun. And then the final concert next season is The Genius of John Williams. This is going to be a spectacular concert.
And I know that you know nothing about John Williams
Nothing at all.
and costumes and movies.
I want John Williams in Tacoma.
All right,
I'm
John
working
Williams.
on it.
Come on.
Yes, I am.
Will you even loan him the Darth Vader head?
I'll let John do whatever he'd like to do. I know where he lives, so, you know.
Okay, we said it here. All right. Well, I just want to say, with 3 seconds left, thank you so much, and also to thank anybody who's touched your program. There's a lot of people who love Tacoma Concert Band. I'm not the only one. So thank you so much. And I'm going to be there on May 4th, standing up and clapping until my hands can't take it anymore. So
Thank you.
Thank you,
thank
Angela.
you very much. We have much more to come on Cityline. Don't go away. We'll be right back.